What are you doing?
Enjoying tiny life.
It's tiny, all right. This is focused on...
Just a couple of things that it's not super negative, but a couple of things that if we started this over knowing what we know
to
now.
consider, yeah. Consider.
Or for people to consider that are going to do this type of life, the RV life or whatever.
Okay.
So number one would be go bigger, right?
Go as big as you can.
Right. If you're going to be stationary. Ty and I talked about this.
Yeah.
If we had the opportunity to sell little bitty and get something bigger, which we still might do next year, you said?
Maybe, yeah. Why not?
Because it sits still and we don't pull it all over the place with a 28, 29, or 30 foot. Because it doesn't get pulled anywhere.
Nowhere.
Not that we hate living in this little space. Look, you left the fridge open.
Yeah.
Well, I was sitting at the desk and I got something to drink and I...
Yeah. Not that we hate living in it.
You put something in there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Tiny living tip, 468. Get the smallest egg you can find, like Bantam chicken eggs. So you'll have room to pull your desk chair out. Can't have a big egg footprint in a tiny home.
If you're going to tote it all over the country, get as small as you can.
Yeah,
If you're going to live in something constantly, you ain't moving it nowhere, get the biggest one you can.
But we've looked at a few hundred 29 foots and 30 foots.
30 foot, yeah.
And they have a bedroom all the way in the back, and then they've got the space to have a guest, and there'd be a lot more room. And since we're not pulling it anywhere at all,
Why not?
Why not? Yeah, go with, because we're going to eventually put whatever we're living in on our land here in Rockport that we end up buying. So we should have gone a little bigger. Yeah. Hindsight. But free tips for other people, if you're going to do it and it's going to sit stationary, get something bigger.
Yeah. We always say buy cash and buy the biggest one you can afford, and you got a free house, man. This is the first house I've ever owned outright.
Right, yeah, usually it takes you...
When I owned rental properties even, I was paying notes on those properties. Yeah. Houses
They're
we've
30-year
owned.
notes. Usually you have a 30-year note.
We own this sucker.
Mm-hmm.
It's tiny, it's small, it ain't much, but it kind of reminds me of the kayaks.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time I got in a kayak and I sold the big expensive boat, I was like, I can't believe I'm catching this many fish. I own this kayak.
I gotta make payments.
I paid $300. I'm not paying a note on this massive boat.
Right.
And I'm catching more fish and I'm having more fun. And that's kind of the way I feel about this. I don't really wake up every day going, God, I need a bigger house.
No, we don't. We're not disappointed at all. We live comfortably. This is kind of in a cubby. I would prefer that it be centered so we can both get in and out of the bed. I had to rip out. There was a cabinet here.
That's why all the spackle's there.
Yeah, and there was a bunk that folded down that's now gone.
Gone.
I ripped that out.
Ripped it out.
We ripped out the bench seats. So we've definitely ripped some stuff out. We took out this.
Ripped it out, made business storage.
It was empty, but it was closed.
Yeah, why not?
We had to redo the closet and build myself some clothing storage. But no, we're not disappointed. We don't wake up and say, God, I hate living in this thing. We actually sleep the best we've ever slept in this.
We do sleep really good.
Right. All right, tiny living, music studio, take one.
What's one thing you notice that's weird about living so tiny that you wouldn't ever expect?
How focused we are and organized. Oh my gosh, we are super focused, organized.
What hit in here?
just kind of scan the place. I mean, look on the floor, the trash can. It's bad. It's really bad. There's a salad on your desk.
Oh, so tell them why it's like this.
There's a sheet on the desk.
Tell them why.
Because we've been just blowing and going. We've been to the hill country. We've been guiding. We've been fishing. We've been... Saturday is going to have to be cleanup day. There's 2 fish in there. It's just...
I ain't doing nothing until I hit the hot tub, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So we wake up every day and we get right to work. Or we go right to the gym.
We have a lot of spare time because we just get our work done and then we're, play, work, play, work, play. We're really dialed in, enjoying the work and enjoying the play part of it.
I was making fun of Teresa yesterday. I was telling her about back in the big office in the big house in Pensacola. we would be working on a project, and I say, "Hey, Teresa, what do you think about this on the computer?" And then I turn around, and she was gone, and I go looking all over the property, and I find her out with the chickens.
Chickens, playing with the kitties,
Like,
gardening.
what are you doing?
Cleaning the pool.
Oh, I just wanted to clean the pool for a minute.
Doing laundry.
That plant's a big cut. What are you doing?
I made an umbrella. Is it sprinkling? They're getting a lot of greens today, so they get some leaves. They love them.
Yeah, but here it's like we wake up, we have all this time. There's nothing. There's no maintenance. There's nothing needs to be done.
I'm not mowing the grass. It took me all day to mow the 2 acres.
Yeah, so we find ourselves with a lot of
And look
time
at our sprawling estate out there.
to fish.
Already mowed.
Already mowed. We don't mow it.
Right.
To fish and to edit more and to go out to eat or visit with people, or just more time to do everything.
That's number one, though. Go bigger if you're going to sit stationary. So
You go as big as you can.
right.